Gabe is escorted tonight by his parents, Shermaine and Steve Sutton, his sister, Shelby Lossey, and his two nephews, ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Gabe Lillard. Next, number 4, Riley Winchester, a senior, and number 5, Reese Winchester, a junior. Riley and Reese are escorted tonight by Christy Brooks and Dwayne Winchester, as well as sisters Jessica, Ashley, Katie, and Kennedy. They reside in the Bennett Hill community. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Winchester and Reese Winchester. Number 8, Austin Jenkins. Austin is escorted tonight by his grandparents, Donna and Doug Dehart, his aunt, Chelsea Dehart, and sister, Isabella Jenkins. Austin resides in the Lueda community of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Austin Jenkins. Number 20, Dawson Fuller. Dawson is escorted tonight by his parents, Tommy and Anna Fuller, his brothers, Baron Dills and Thomas Fuller. Dawson resides in the Franklin Grove community. Number 20, Dawson Fuller. Number 22, Blake Sane. Blake is escorted tonight by his parents, Jill and Jason Sane. Blake resides in the Whittier community of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Blake Sane. Number 42, Randall Griggs. Randall is escorted tonight by his parents, Ricky and Ruthie Griggs, his sisters, Renee and Becky. They reside in the Lueda community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 42, Randall Griggs. Number 51, Caden Webb. Caden is escorted tonight by his mother and father, Jason and Amanda Webb. He resides in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, number 51, Caden Webb. Number 54, Braylon Aldridge. Braylon is escorted tonight by Kaylee, Katie, Lexi, Kara, and they reside in the Deep Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 54, Braylon Aldridge. Number 56, Tice Nito, senior. And number 45, Tasia Nito, a sophomore. They're escorted tonight by Carla and Roger Nito and Hayden Nito. They reside in the Big Cove community. Ladies and gentlemen, Tice and Tasia Nito. Number 58, Ashton Ball. He is escorted tonight by Ashley and Payson Ball, his sister and brother, grandparents as well. They reside in the Deep Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 58, Ashton Ball. Number 64, Ben Payne. Ben is escorted by his parents, Keith and Rachel Payne, and sister Anna Payne. They reside in the Jackson Line community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 64, Ben Payne. Number 81, Nathan Bogdanovich. He is escorted tonight by Joe, Nancy, Joey, and Aiden Bogdanovich. They reside in the Schoolhouse Hill community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 81, Nathan Bogdanovich. Number 3, Josh Collins. Josh is escorted tonight by Amanda Anderson and Benji Collins, along with brother Isaiah Collins and sister Taylor Collins. They reside in the Kirklands Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Josh Collins. Next up, number 13, Josiah Glaspie, and number 24, Zeke Glaspie. They are escorted tonight by their parents, Akba and Hannah Glaspie, and brother Judah Glaspie. They reside in the Kirklands Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, Josiah and Zeke Glaspie. Number 28, Cole Weichel. Cole is escorted tonight by Lexi and Jesse Camacho, sisters Caden and Anne-Marie, and his papa, David Loftus. They reside in Balltown. Ladies and gentlemen, number 28, Cole Weichel. Number 50, Lucas Sutton. Lucas is escorted tonight by his aunt Callie Long, his sister Dolly Green, and his nephew Felix Green. They reside here in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, number 50, Lucas Sutton. Number 65, George Hyatt. George is escorted by Alex, Tina, and AJ Hyatt, along with Martha Patterson and Mike Patterson. They reside in Dillsboro. Ladies and gentlemen, number 65, George Hyatt. Number 67, Zachary Winchester. Zachary is escorted tonight by Jason and Jeannie Winchester, and they reside in Lower Alarka. Number 67, Zachary Winchester. Number 72, Harley Wiggins. Harley is escorted tonight by Faith Childers, Sadie Wiggins, Lonnie Wiggins, Rossi Birchfield, Beretta Birchfield, Austin Sellers, and Brittany Sellers. They reside in the Whittier community. Ladies and gentlemen, Harley Wiggins. Number 74, Nolan Fisher. Nolan is escorted tonight by Justin and Carla Fisher, along with his brother Marcus. They reside in the Whittier community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 74, Nolan Fisher. '82, Brandon Frost. Brandon is escorted tonight by Amber and Claude Welch and his sister Abby Frost. They reside in the Alarka community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 82, Brandon Frost. '10, Keontae Graham. Keontae is escorted tonight by his mother, Kristen Sawyer, his brothers, Caden and Hunter Sawyer, his grandmother, and his uncle. They reside in the Bryson Branch community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Keontae Graham. 11, Aiden Southards. Aiden is escorted tonight by his parents, Brian and Aaron Southards, his brother Gage and his sister Harper. They reside in the Deep Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 11, Aiden Southards. Number 14, James Arch. James is escorted tonight by his parents, Ethan and Sabrina Arch, and his brother Noah. They reside in the Big Cove community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, James Arch. Number 15, Cameron George. Cameron is escorted tonight by Leslie Frankowitz. They reside in the Birdtown community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Cameron George. Number 16, Kellen McCullough. Kellen is escorted tonight by his parents, Nick and Melanie McCullough, and his brother Jackson. They reside in Nantahala Gorge. Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Kellen McCullough. 17, Oliver Reyes. Oliver is escorted tonight by Blanca Martinez and his brother Anthony. They reside in the Jackson Line community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Oliver Reyes. Malachi is escorted tonight by his father, Jeremy Cochran, his grandparents, Ginger and Jeff Myers, and his Aunt Kayla. They reside in the Schoolhouse Hill community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 34, Malachi Cochran. Number 39, Rocky Barker. Rocky is escorted tonight by his parents, Dewey and Jennifer Barker, his sister Haley, his brother-in-law Briar, and his grandparents Dennis and Joanna. They reside in the Jackson Line community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 39, Rocky Barker. Number 40, Mason Cochran. Mason is escorted by Ashley and Ryan Cochran, his brother Dylan, and his sisters Reese and Faith. They reside in the Whittier community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 40, Mason Cochran. 57, Grady Lewis. Grady is escorted tonight by Brandon and Rachel Lewis, his sister Annie, and his brother Samuel. They reside in Webster. Ladies and gentlemen, number 57, Grady Lewis. Number 59, Insay Ufert. Insay is escorted tonight by his mom, Tina Donker, and his dad, Monday Ufert. They reside in the 3,200-acre tract on Cherokee. Ladies and gentlemen, number 59, Insay Ufert. Number 77, Andres Cicerno. He is escorted tonight by his Teresa Catolster, his brother Messiah, and his sister Shani. They reside in the Wolftown community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 77, Andres Cicerno. Number 79, L.D. Luquire. LD is escorted tonight by Samantha Smith. He resides in the Wolftown community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 79, LD Luquire. Number 84, Brian Aguilera. Brian resides in the Lackey Hill community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 85, Brian Aguilera. Colton Watkins. Colton is escorted tonight by Crystal and Jeremy Watkins and his sister Cora. They reside in the Alarka community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Colton Watkins. Number 19, Corey Stillwell. Corey is escorted tonight by Misty Owl. He resides in the Black Hill community. Number 19, Corey Stillwell. Number 25, Silas. Number 31, Tanner Moore. He's escorted tonight by Tammy and Jake Moore and his brother Dylan. They reside in Toe String community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 31, Tanner Moore. Number 32, Wyatt Hyde. Wyatt is escorted tonight by Seth Hyde and Jordan Farley. They live in the Tallulah community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 32, Wyatt Hyde. Number 37, Drew Cody. Drew is escorted tonight by Amber and Devin Cody. They reside in the Needmore community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 37, Drew Cody. 53, Trenton Jones. Trenton is escorted tonight by Letitia Moses and Andy Parker. He resides in the Whittier community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 53, Trenton Jones. Number 61, Skylar Bowman. Escorted tonight by Robert Bowman. They reside in the Birdtown community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 61, Skylar Bowman. Number 68, Hunter Williamson. He's escorted by Roy Williamson, Kristen Birchfield, Brody Williamson, and Hazley Birchfield. Resides in Upper Alarka community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 68, Hunter Williamson. Number 70, Tyler McMillan. Tyler's escorted by Katie and Chris McMillan, and they reside in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, number 70, Tyler McMillan. Number 73, Michael Sudduth. Michael is escorted by Coach Austin Cook. Michael resides in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, number 73, Michael Sudduth. Number 75, Drew Skaggs. Drew is escorted by Ryan and Allison Skaggs, his brother Reed, and his sister Avery. They reside in the Deep Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 75, Drew Skaggs. Number 78, Noah Hensley. Escorted by his mother, Felicia Hensley. They reside in the Goose Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 78, Noah Hensley. Number 80, Reggie Smith. Reggie is escorted by Charles Lackey and resides in Lackey Hill area. Ladies and gentlemen, number 80, Reggie Smith. Next for our senior cheerleaders. First, Mahala Bird. She's escorted by parents AJ and Casey Bird, sisters Madeline and Mackenzie, and grandparents Jeanette and Michael Marceau and Robin and Charlie Bird. She resides in the Wolftown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Mahala Bird. Isabella Garcia. Isabella is escorted by her mother, Lisa Young, her sister Fawn, and her nephew Zephyr. They reside in the Birdtown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Isabella Garcia. Zenny McCoy. Escorted by parents Dan and Rosie McCoy, Zenny resides in the Birdtown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Zenny McCoy. Taylor Rickman. Taylor is escorted by parents Curtis and Lindsay Woodard, siblings Kinsey Woodard and Brody Arvey, and her grandmother Carla Evans. They reside in the Kirklands Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Rickman. Brianna Riddenpaugh. Brianna is escorted by her mother Amber Platt, her siblings Tyler, Karis, and her uncles Dale and Daryl, Aunt Lisa, her grandmother Joy, great-grandmother Joyce, and Elliot Shell. She resides in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianna Riddenpaugh. Shelby Smith, escorted by parents Matt and Lacey Smith and her brother Hunter, as well as grandparents Paul and Kathy and her aunt Megan. They reside in the Birdtown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Shelby Smith. Ayana Toynita, escorted tonight by Misty Littlejohn and Elrod Toynita, her siblings Nathan and Hunter, and Isaiah and Tia, as well as her nieces Astrid and Annika. They reside in Yellow Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, Ayana Toynita. Next, for the rest of the cheerleaders, starting with the juniors, Savannah Cunningham, escorted by her mother, Sarah Bradley, her stepfather, Brett Bradley, and her father, Glenn Cunningham, as well as stepmother, Bobby. They reside in the Ela community. Ladies and gentlemen, Savannah Cunningham. Eliana Demonay, escorted by parents Paul and Greg Demonay, siblings Emma and Joseph. They reside in the Lands Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, Eliana Demonay. Abby Loftus, escorted by parents Lisa and Bratton Loftus, as well as siblings Savannah, James, Charlie, and Judson. They reside in the Franklin Grove community. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Loftus. Anna Morgan, escorted by her parents, Alan and Cynthia Morgan. They reside in the Silvermine community. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Morgan. Now sophomores, Maddie Kraus. Maddie is escorted by her mother, Susanna Segrist, and her grandmother, Kim Cunningham. She resides in the Ela community. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie Kraus. Julie Donaldson. She is escorted by her parents, Kimberly and Boyd Donaldson, as well as siblings Carly, Julie, and Griffin. They reside in Galbraith Creek. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie Donaldson. Kennedy Hayes, escorted by her mother, Whitney Winchester, and watched over by her guardian angel, her father, Travis Hayes. She resides in the Ela community. Ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy Hayes. Sydney Leatherwood, escorted by parents Michael Leatherwood and Tiffany Dietz, as well as brother Ryland. She resides in Sawmill Creek community. Ladies and gentlemen, Sydney Leatherwood. Sienna Shepard, escorted by parents Donna and Cecil Shepard. They reside in the Painttown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Senna Shepard. Alden Thomas, escorted by her parents, Brian and Jen Thomas, as well as her brother, Abram. They reside in the Toot Hollow community. Ladies and gentlemen, Alden Thomas. And next, our freshman, Kiki Ash, escorted by parents John and Cicely Ash. They live in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Kiki Ash. Madeline Bird, escorted by parents AJ and Casey Bird and her sisters Mahala and Mackenzie Bird. They reside in the Wolftown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Madeline Bird. Abby Cutler, escorted by her parents Ben and Jennifer Cutler. They reside in the Whittier area. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Cutler. Amber Hennett, escorted by parents John Taylor and Satin Tramper, her sister Jade. They reside in the Birdtown community. Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Hennett. Molly Holder, escorted by parents David and Regina Holder. Molly resides in Whittier. Ladies and gentlemen, Miley Holder. Sophia Medford, escorted by her mother Tabitha Hampton and her brother Lincoln. She resides in the Alarka community. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Medford. Madison Moon, escorted by her father Matthew Moon and her brother Maddox. She resides in the Bryson City area. Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Moon. Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to recognize the class of 1982 having a reunion this year. We won't say how many, but they're having a reunion. If those folks down there would stand, please be recognized. Class of 1982.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Swain County High School tonight. It's a special night. It's homecoming. It's parents' night tonight. All the parents, as you heard Toby Burrell being introduced just a moment ago, of all the players, and now the band is on the field. But right now, let's introduce a guy who's going to be busy tonight, and that's our head coach, Sherman Holt, as we bring you this week's Maroon Devil Coaches Show before we get underway with tonight's special game for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Take it away, Coach. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Maroon Devil Coaches Show here on the Maroon Devils Network. Our favorite topic, of course, is Maroon Devil football with head coach Sherman Holt. Coach, I know it's coming off a tough loss against the Andrews Wildcats. I think they moved up to number 1 in the state this week. So, obviously, Coach Phillips and his crew, very good team over there. Tell us a little bit what you've seen on film and what our Maroon Devils can learn coming out of this football game, getting ready for Hayesville.
You know, the first thing we got to do is take care of the football. You know, we had 4 turnovers, and one of them went back for a touchdown. And Andrews had been averaging over 40 points a game before that, and we don't need to help them out any, And so for our kids, just taking care of the football, we had done a better job of that, the last 3 or 4 weeks, and so kind of relapsed there in the turnover department. And then as far as defensively, we missed a couple tackles that I wasn't real pleased with, just our technique, and so went back this week and really revisited tackling technique and just back to the basics a little bit for us on defense. And then special teams really wasn't bad, but it didn't give us anything. We never flipped the field for the field position battle, and so we kind of come in on Sunday to our staff meeting and we said, how can we get back to making some plays in the special teams and taking care of the football and doing things defensively that we had done in the 6 games prior to that really kind of give us a shot to win ball games. And so it's kind of back to focusing on us and not worrying about everybody else. And but Andrew's a good football team. They do a good job. So hats off to them for their efforts Friday night.
Yeah. Coach, coming into this week, it's hard to believe that it's homecoming, our last home game of the regular season. Hayesville Yellow Jackets coming to town, and I think they have a family thing going on over there because they have head coach Chad McClure, assistant coach Darren McClure. One of their assistants is Frank Leatherwood, one of those guys who played up there at that school up north that wears black and gold called Appalachian State, played some for the Miami Dolphins. Well, they have kids playing. Their best running back is Taylor McClure, and, of course, Avery Leatherwood is Frank's son. So, wow, they got coaches' sons, and that means they know football, don't they?
Yeah, you turn on the tape, and they got a lot of kids that do some things that it kind of makes you open your eyes a little more. They're very athletic. I think their quarterback might be one of the most accurate quarterbacks that we've seen as far as just when they throw it. He's very accurate, very efficient, and so it's going to be a tough test for our kids this week.
Yeah. Talking about their quarterback, of course, Logan Caldwell, a senior. He's been in this system a while. He knows what Coach McClure wants to do, and obviously that's a big plus when you have that experience in the backfield.
Yeah, you really can't teach it,
Right.
And so playing Hayesville last year when I was at Tuscola, they are a lot similar to what they were, a year ago as far as big playability. They throw it quite a bit, and they probably run it more this year than they did last year. But for me, going in telling our kids on Monday, assignment football, doing the things that we can control, how we tackle, how we rally to the football, blocking up front, sustaining drives, getting things going offensively for us is really important this week. And, we're excited about our game plan. We feel like we can limit some things that they do very well. And so it's just going to be a good challenge. And the thing that we got to think about is wherever 20's at, the McClure kid, we got to make sure we recognize that. And then if there's something that we haven't seen on film, I think every film we've watched, they've done 1 or 2 things a little different. Not necessarily a trick play, but they might try to out-leverage you with an unbalanced or an over or a bunch set. And so our kids, we've watched a lot of film already this week, and so just recognizing what they're giving us, and if we see something that, hey, we ain't seen this before, might be call a timeout or something like that. So.
Coach, we look at their running backs. So you're talking about, again, Taylor McClure and their other running back. They're big kids. They're both 200 pounds plus. Are they more of a power kind of running game, or do they really spread it out and try to get you with motion?
A little bit of both. They line up in the wing tee a little bit, and where they go tight end, fullback, tailback, both in 3-point stances, about 3 yards behind the quarterback. So they like buck sweep. And they like that, what I call G-power. And so they really do good at that. They like the fullback trap. It's always what can we see that they like to do, and can we limit, 1 or 2 things. You can't stop everything, but they really like buck sweep. So our outside linebackers and defensive ends got to play good this week, trying to turn it back inside, keeping outside free. And so they present a challenge just because they line up in the wing tee, and then they'll line up 3-by-1, 2-by-2, spread look. So a lot of different formations. They motion and they trade the tight ends and the wings. And so our kids has got to be real disciplined with alignment. That's another thing we didn't do real good last week on defense is when Andrews would go tackle over, we're supposed to slide a man, and we wasn't really sliding a man all the time. And so we've really preached to them these first 2 days. If they line up like this, this is how we have to align. And so just teaching alignments and recognition, and so that's big for us. But they do a lot of stuff that was what I call eye candy. They'll start out over here, and then they trade or they motion, but they're still trying to run buck sweep, or they're trying to run quarterback sweep. They really like to let the Caldwell kid keep it and make something happen with his feet, because he's a pretty athletic kid, and he's smart. Very, very smart with the football, takes care of it, good game manager. So we got to be able to limit his big play ability.
Yeah. Coach, talking about another athlete, Avery Leatherwood, as we mentioned, of course, his dad was a very good tight end, played at Pisgah, and then went on to Appalachian State, moved up and played some in the NFL. You've got to be aware of him because overall he's one of the most athletic kids on the field.
Yeah, he presents challenges both offensively and defensively. Anytime you are as athletic as Avery is, things can happen. Yeah. And, he's hard to block on defense. And so we just got to recognize where he's at and, limit the ability of him making a big play. And we've told our defense all year, if we can limit big plays, we're going to have a chance. And so Friday night's not going to be any different. You watch film and you look at box scores and you look at stats and stuff. Hayesville, and I've said this many times, if you don't show up in the SMC this year, you're probably going to go home with a loss. Yeah. And so don't matter who it is. Last week, not saying that we didn't show up, but we didn't play well, and it showed. So it's one of those things where we just preach to our kids, you got to show up, you got to be ready to play. And Hayesville's got some athletes, and they're pretty good up front, I feel like, and so it's going to be tough for us just to, how do we respond from last Friday to this Friday, and of course it being homecoming. I haven't mentioned it to any of our kids. I don't want to make it no more of a distraction than what it could be, and so we're just going business as usual, and so it's one of those things where we just got to make sure we understand what the game plan is. We execute the game plan at a high level, and I think we'll have a shot. So,
yeah. Coach, coming into this game, obviously both teams want to get back on the winning track. Hayesville has lost 3 games in a row. Of course, our Maroon Devils, I think, are on that same path. What is the mindset coming into this game where, look, hey, we got to get back in Maroon Devil football mode. We want to win. Of course, Hayesville's thinking the same thing. So what's the mindset you think of these two teams coming in?
Well, I can't speak for Hayesville, but I know for us, our kids showed up Monday and they was ready to work. And so that was good because you never know after a game like Friday what the mentality and just the feeling is of in the locker room. And so our kids showed up Monday. We lifted weights. We had a good film session. And, we practiced probably till about 10 minutes to 7 because Monday's our long day, right. Just because we watch a lot of film, and our kids were excited and, just glad to have an opportunity to get better. And so I think from our standpoint, our kids have got to the point where they've bought in, they understand what we're working towards, and 1 or 2 or even 3 games is not going to define us, and that's what we try to tell them. And because it could be very easy to be down in the dumps, woe is me, stuff like that. And so our kids come back with a good attitude, and we worked hard on Monday, had a good practice yesterday, and we've just got to what I call tighten up, hunker down, and just keep working and keep playing hard and trying to get better, for us. And that's how we've kind of approached this week. Yeah.
Coach, I know both teams are probably banged up some this part of the season with only, 3 or 4 games left in the regular season. Guys are banged up. They're sore. They're probably kind of tired. I know their legs get tired. So obviously you got to be aware of how to keep the guys fresh. And that's kind of a challenge at this point of the year, isn't it?
It is. You got to know how hard do you work them out in the weight room? How heavy do you go, and the stuff like that, and then the conditioning after practice. Do you run them every day like you did in August, or do you scale back a couple days, or how much hitting live do you do in practice? And I've just figured our team out. If we don't go pretty hard Monday through Wednesday, we don't have good practices. So we got to play physical. We might not bring them down to the ground, but and we scale back our time a little bit on Wednesdays, go about 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes. And so for us, it's when we're out there,
Fans, welcome back. We had to cut the Maroon Devil Coaches show a little bit short as we're ready to kick it off here tonight, literally. Our Hayesville Yellow Jackets against our Maroon Devils here. Homecoming for Swain County High School here at Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boys Dietz Field. And here comes the kick, and it's going to be an onside kick. And let's see who gets it. Actually, Hayesville has the ball at midfield. Now the question is, did it go 10 yards, and did a player for Swain County touch it? Oh, it's going to be Hayesville's ball. It looked like one of our guys did touch the ball near midfield. I can see Coach Holt out there on the field not happy with how that transpired. But again, Hayesville came out with an onside kick. Talk about a different way to open up the game. It's now 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets right on the big Maroon Devil logo at the 50-yard line. And that logo is looking fantastic out there. The big maroon and white logo, of course, with a big devil face, as Hayesville now has the football 1st and 10 as they're coming in. Again, both teams wanting a win as they toss it to the left side. And there's McClure running to the left side down near the 43-yard line. And that's going to be Kyle Lunsford, actually. And he's one of their leading running backs. Lunsford, a senior big kid, 6'2", 200-pound running back, has had a good season, 45 carries, 309 yards. And he's a good receiver as well. As we were talking with Coach Sherman Holt, they have a lot of family on this team. Talking about Hayesville, Chad McClure is the head coach. Darren McClure, an assistant coach. They have a son, Taylor McClure, playing out there on the field. And, of course, Frank Leatherwood, an assistant coach. His son, Avery, is their leading receiver. So a lot of good folks over at Hayesville who are coaching their own family, so to speak, as Hayesville gets the first down inside the 40-yard line as they keep it on the ground. And that is Taylor McClure. And they have two big power backs, if you will. Taylor McClure, a junior, is 6'2", 210 pounds. Lunsford, who carried the first time, 6'2", 200 pounds. So they've got big, strong people in the backfield to run the football for Hayesville. They like to run, but they're not afraid to throw. We'll look at that in just a moment. Right now, Hayesville looking at 1st down and 10 at our Maroon Devil 39-yard line. Twin backs in the backfield behind the quarterback under center, and he turns and hands off. It just goes right up the A-gap between the guard and center down to the 34-yard line. Again is going to be Taylor McClure. Taylor on the season averaging almost 5 yards per carry, 85 carries, 415 yards, 5 touchdowns on the year for Taylor McClure. As we mentioned, Hayesville coming in 4-3, but both these teams want to win. Somebody's going to break a losing streak here tonight. Our Maroon Devils coming in, losers of 3 in a row. Hayesville coming in, losers of 3 in a row. So both these teams are hungry for a win, as now the Maroon Devils blitz and running to the right side this time. Hayesville again staying on the ground, just trying to follow the blockers up there as Kyle Lunsford. And he's going to be stopped at the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 2 yards here. 9:45 to play in the first quarter. No score yet. But again, Hayesville opening up the game with a big surprise, an onside kick that they recovered at the 50-yard line. And they stayed on the ground to move it down to the 31. Now 3rd down and 2 in 4 down territory for the Yellow Jackets. Again, split backs, wing on the left, and they try to run, but spinning out and getting the first down probably on second effort is Taylor McClure. He ran into the scrum there at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. He spun around, and with that spinning, gets the first down at the 29-yard line. So again, outstanding effort there by the Hayesville Yellow Jacket running backs. We're talking about Taylor McClure, Kyle Lunsford, they're the go-to guys. Their quarterback, Logan Caldwell, is not afraid to throw it. kind of a balanced attack. They average 159 yards a game on the ground, 113 yards per game through the air. So they will throw the ball. Got one man wide left, single coverage over there on the Hayesville side of the field, as they are now going to run the option, and they're going to pitch it back, and running down to the 25-yard line before being stacked up is going to be Kyle Lunsford. And boy, did he run into a bunch of Maroon Devil jerseys. Josh Collins down there, also Blake Sane on the play, Riley Winchester, and that's what makes a good defense. And that's one thing that our Maroon Devils have been doing a lot of this year. A lot of people get to the football on the defensive side. 8:20 to play here in the first quarter. No score, but Hayesville threatening on their opening drive. Coming in with a play from the sideline as they get up to the line of scrimmage now at the 26-yard line. One man wide to the right side. That's going to be Brian Davenport, a 6-foot tall wide receiver over there on the right side. It's going to be a toss to the left side, just basically. Oh, there's a big hole on the left side, and pounding through it down to the 16-yard line is going to be Kyle Lunsford. All of a sudden, there were a lot of bodies over there on the left side, and all of a sudden those bodies parted, and it's just like it opened up a huge gap, and Kyle Lunsford ran through it for a big first down. That is some really strong up front blocking by Hayesville. Now at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. As they have been on the ground the entire drive now. From the 50-yard line, they have been carrying the football. 7 plays, 33 yards on this drive. Everyone on the ground. This time in the shotgun is going to be Lunsford, the quarterback. He's going to run it himself as he turns to the right side. Now down to the 10, down inside the 7-yard line is going to be Caldwell. So looks like he is going to be very close to a first down, depending on where the spot is. And again, Logan Caldwell, a 6-foot, 175-pound senior at quarterback. There is a penalty flag, going to be a holding against the Yellow Jackets. And that's going to wipe out what was very close to a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Now the ball comes all the way back to the 19-yard line. Hayesville can get a first down. It's going to bring up 1st and 12, but they've got to get it down inside the 7-yard line to do that. 7 minutes to play here in the opening quarter of homecoming night. And by the way, all the homecoming court will be presented at halftime. You'll be listening to Toby Burrell describe all the homecoming activities. Here comes the quarterback, Caldwell. He's in trouble. Sane cuts him out, and then Josh Collins brings him down. Sane was on the pursuit. Collins wrapped him up and knocked him down for a loss back near the 30-yard line. That is some outstanding penetration again in there. Josh Collins and Blake Sane doing a really good job now, forcing Hayesville back to the 30, and now it's going to bring up a 2nd down and about, holy cow, roughly, let's see, 10, 20, about 22 yards. 2nd down at about 22, 23 yards with 6:10 to play here in the first quarter. So the Maroon Devil defense has stiffened, helped by a holding penalty, but this Maroon Devil defense is now getting it done up front. 4-man front, got a wing on the left side now. Hayesville wanting to throw, throwing to that side. It's going to be incomplete. A little bit short on the sideline, and there's a very late flag. A very late flag, and I hope it's not what I'm thinking. That could be an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Maroon Devil defense. That flag came in very late after the play. The official was walking up to the line of scrimmage. There was a Maroon Devil beside him, and I'm guessing somebody said something. That is the call, and that's going to hurt. Unsportsmanlike against the Maroon Devils after the play. After the play. So that one hurts because the Maroon Devil defense had really pushed Hayesville back thanks to a holding call and then a big sack in the backfield for a loss, and now an incomplete pass. But now the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is going to give Hayesville a breath of fresh air on this drive. It's going to move the ball from the 30 probably down to about the 15-yard line. It is going to be spotted at the 15, a 15-yard penalty. 3rd down and still 8 to go for Hayesville. So a big 3rd down play here. Of course, as we mentioned, now they're in 4-down territory again inside the red zone. Got a man in motion to the right side, Twins on the left side. Quarterback rolling to the right side, looking. That's Avery Leatherwood. He's in trouble. He throws it away in the end zone, and Leatherwood is there. He's got it for the Hayesville Yellow Jacket touchdown. Again, Logan Caldwell was in trouble in the backfield, but then he saw Leatherwood break free at the goal line and get behind the secondary players and pulls it in for the opening drive touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. As now Isaac Chandler will come on for the point after. The junior for the Yellow Jackets is 19 of 23 on PAT conversions this year. And holding is going to be the guy who, I think, that is Taylor McClure, I think, who probably, and it's going to be up, and it's going to be no good, wide to the left side, so it's going to be an opening drive touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. 6-0 now for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Maroon Devils will be back on offense when we come back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. Hayesville, by the way, one correction. That was Taylor McClure, number 20, who circled out of the backfield in the back of the end zone for that touchdown reception for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Now they kick it short, but it's going to be going out of bounds, and there's a wise play as the kick goes out of bounds on the Maroon Devils. Will get it way up at the 35-yard line. So, again, a good play as that kick goes out of bounds over there on the Hayesville side, and a good idea from Austin Jenkins just to watch that go out of bounds instead of trying to make a play over there when you're pinned against the sideline. Austin with a wise decision there at the 35 now. Since the ball goes out of bounds, it's going to be Maroon Devil first down and 10. Big day coming up tomorrow. Smoky Mountain Conference Cross Country Championships at Katua Field, 9 a.m. I think I heard Toby Burrell say. And that's coming up tomorrow. Going to be a little chilly in the morning, but big cross-country Smoky Mountain Conference Championships up there at Governor's Island, as you know now as Katua Field. Pitch out to the right side as the Maroon Devil man with the carry is going to be knocked out of bounds over there on the Hayesville Yellow Jacket side. That looked like Josiah Glaspie on the carry, but it's going to be a first down and 10 right on the marker at the 45-yard line. 5.5 minutes to play first quarter, and a 6-0 Hayesville lead. And a new wrinkle in the Maroon Devil backfield here tonight as we take on Hayesville for homecoming. And at quarterback is going to be Gabe Lillard. He turns and hands off. And getting about 3 out to the 47-yard line is going to be Glaspie again. But again, Gabe Lillard is going to be your starting quarterback tonight. I know Reese Winchester has been hobbled with I think it's just a bad ankle, and he has not been 100% for a while. So we hope Reese is going to get that ankle healed up and be 100% soon. But again, Gabe is going to be under center tonight with a little different look in the backfield. Not as much shotgun action that we've seen so far. Split back veer look, if you will, as the handoff goes to the right side, and it's going to be Glaspie down to the 46-yard line of Hayesville, 1 yard shy of a first down. So again, a little bit of old-fashioned veer offense tonight for the Maroon Devils. Of course, from the shotgun, we saw a lot of veer tendencies all season long. And now the Maroon Devils will have a receiver on each side. Again, split backs right behind Gabe, 3rd down and 1. 4-man front for the Yellow Jackets. Got a man in motion, and Gabe's going to be hit in the backfield and is going to be stopped for a loss. Coming in over there was Taylor McClure, again, the coach's son. And we're going to lose a couple. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 3.5 yards. On 4th down, I believe our Maroon Devils are going to go for it as Gabe looks to the armband with the plays that are being called in from the sideline, and offensive coordinator Austin Cook. Again, receivers on each side, split backs behind Gabe under center. Yellow Jackets, bunch of guys, about 7 guys in the box. We hand off, run to the left side. Here's Glaspie again, cuts inside, got the first down. Down to the 44-yard line. Wow, Hayesville, a lot of people around the ball. Glaspie's taking a pounding. Leading the way up there, blocking was Braylon Aldridge, trying to help him up, but big carry on 4th down. First down now for the Maroon Devils at the 44 of Hayesville. 3:27 to play here in the early going. Hayesville on the night, 9 plays, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Maroon Devils right now, 5 plays, 21 yards. Staying on the ground. We've got a couple of first downs. Hayesville with 4 first downs here in the first quarter. But both teams like to run first and throw second, if you will. Again, 7 guys up on the box for Hayesville, and boy, they stick us this time. Don't think we got a yard on that one from Josh Collins. Hayesville trying to control the line of scrimmage. And as you know, the team that controls that line of scrimmage in most cases is going to control the football game, whether it's the offensive line or the defensive line. The team that dominates that line of scrimmage is going to have a lot to say about who wins on the final scoreboard. Got an official timeout here with 2:38 to play. I think maybe we had an equipment issue or somebody with a little blood on their arm had to go out, so they had to stop it. Now the clock continues to run. 2.5 to play, first quarter. Now the Maroon Devils in the I formation. 2 backs lined up right behind Gabe. He turns and tosses. Running to the right side, turning the corner at the 40, at the 35, at the 30. And with a first down, it's going to be Kellen McCulloch. That's going to be Kellen McCulloch. Big first down for the Maroon Devils, and that's going to be, I believe, Kellen's first carry tonight. So the Maroon Devils, again, different look offensively tonight. Quarterback, for the most part, under center. 2 backs behind him in the backfield. And the Maroon Devils staying on the ground the entire drive here so far. Again, receivers on each side. Gabe turns, pitches. Glaspie in trouble in the backfield, gets away from one man, gets back to the line of scrimmage. But boy, he was lucky. He evaded what was about a 5-yard loss when he was initially hit. But he gets away and makes the first down. Second down now and 9. Well, we'll call it 8. They spotted at the 25-yard line. 1:30 to play here in the first quarter. And so far, both teams successful on the ground. Right now, Hayesville, 8 carries, 22 yards on the ground. Maroon Devils, 8 carries, 40 yards on the ground. This is the Maroon Devil opening drive offensively. Down 6-0, Hayesville scoring on their first drive. Gabe back to throw. Has time. Steps up. Aims for the end zone. It's up for grabs. Is it caught? No, they're going to say couldn't come down with it. Good coverage back there by the Yellow Jackets. A pretty well thrown ball. He was trying to contact with Dawson Fuller back there in the corner of the end zone. It was basically a high throw, well thrown ball. It was basically just a jump ball. Both the receiver and the defensive back both had a shot at it. Neither guy could come down with it incomplete. Now third down. Maroon Devils need 8, 1:04 to play here in the first quarter. Our first pass attempt tonight from the right arm of Gabe Lillard, starting tonight at quarterback. Now the split backs on third down. Hayesville, a bunch of guys in the box. Here comes Glaspie again, but can't get a whole lot of daylight. Coming up on the tackle is going to be Kyle Lunsford, one of the Yellow Jacket running backs, knocking Josiah down at the 24. Fourth down, and we still need about 7. Fourth down and 7, under a minute to go here. Could be the final play of the first quarter. But a beautiful night, chilly night. We had all the parents' night introductions before the game. We've got homecoming, as you know, coming up at halftime. Toby will have the homecoming court, the young ladies and their escorts, and all the activities with homecoming. Down the middle, pass is going to be intercepted. Too tall, it's going to be picked off. Bringing it back, knocked out of bounds over here at the 31-yard line is going to be Logan Caldwell. Logan is actually the Yellow Jacket quarterback, and he saw that one as the pass was too high over the intended receiver, and now the quarter will end as the ball goes back to Hayesville. Maroon Devils had a big drive cut short on that turnover. As we mentioned, both teams trying to get back on the winning track. Hayesville's last three, they lost to Tuscola, Andrews, and Murphy. Played Murphy tough last week in a 21-14 ball game. Hayesville again turning and handing off. It's going to be McClure again for 2 or 3 yards out to the 33-yard line. That's going to be the final play of the first quarter. And we'll take a break. After 1 quarter of play, Hayesville 6, Maroon Devils 0. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. 1 quarter gone here on Homecoming Night 2022 on the Maroon Devils Network. It's been a special night already as Parents' Night preceded the kickoff tonight. And already we've got a good ball game going on. Hayesville with the ball on a 6-0 lead as we open up the second quarter as they come pitching and running to the left side. And running out to the 37-yard line is going to be Kyle Lunsford again. Again, they have two strong physically big backs, both 200-plus pounds, just a little over 200 pounds each. Nothing fancy. They don't have a lot of speed. We can see that already. But they just try to control that line of scrimmage with their offensive front. They have some big guys up front. 3rd down now. And it's going to bring up 5. 3rd down and 5 as we're just underway here in the second quarter. Last home game of the season here tonight at Swain High. 4-man front now for the Devil defense. Got a blitzer coming on the left side. That's going to be Swain. Rolling out is going to be Caldwell. Trying to avoid that. Hits his man. And it's going to be a first down inside Maroon Devil territory down to Kyle Lunsford. So again, the pressure not enough as Caldwell got it complete. And that's going to be a first down, Hayesville, at the 46-yard line of Maroon Devil territory. 11 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Hayesville, of course, scored on their opening drive, missed the extra point. They have given the ball back to the offense as the quarterback intercepted that pass on the defensive side of the ball. And now he hands off to the right side, but not much there. Might have got a yard. We're talking about Kyle Lunsford before being stacked up by a lot of maroon and white jerseys at the 45-yard line. At the bottom of that pile, LD Luke Wire, among others. LD, the big sophomore defensive tackle. Yeah, these two teams tonight not showing a lot of eye candy, if you will, in the backfield. They're just basically putting the quarterback under center with 2 running backs, and they're just running the ball right at the defense. Second down, and here they go again. Oh, this time they fake the handoff and pitch it out to the left side. Good fake. Kyle Lunsford got a penalty flag coming in. We haven't seen too many of those tonight, but that one coming in at the end of the play, which means, going to see looks like a block in the back for Hayesville. That's going to back him up. So that'll back it up. But that's one of the few times tonight we've actually seen Hayesville with a quarterback faking that handoff and pitching it out at the last second. Ball moves back to the Hayesville 46. Second down. Second down and about 20. 9:45 to play in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets up 6-0, but now looking at a long way to go. Second down and almost 20. We'll call it maybe 18, 19. This time, quarterback back in the gun. Got a man in motion to the right side. The quarterback floats that way. Now cuts back to the left side. Down the middle, got a man open, and he hits him at the 34-yard line. And again, Logan Caldwell just made that play until he found Kyle Lunsford open. And that's a big first down conversion for the Yellow Jackets. So they have the ability to throw when they need to. They haven't thrown much here tonight. But that was a huge first down for quarterback Logan Caldwell and the Yellow Jackets. Checking in now on the defensive front is going to be big Insay Ufert, a sophomore. Coming in with a play again is going to be Logan Caldwell. Checked over on the sideline, and Yellow Jackets have a first down at the Maroon Devil 32. 9 minutes to play, second quarter. Now the Maroon Devils again a four-man front. Yellow Jackets run to the right side. Not much there. Maroon Devils held their own that time. Outstanding work over there on that left side. Among those over there is, again, Insay Ufert. Also looks like Keontae Graham over there on that left side. I believe that's going to be number 10. Yep, Keontae over there trying to turn that running back in, which they did. And Nathan Bogdanovich over there on that left side defensive end, holding his own, cutting that play back inside. And that's the key when they try to run over there outside that tackle is don't want to let him outside. Second down and 9. This time they throw over the middle. Just a quick pattern, just a quick toss over there to Kyle Lunsford. But, man, he was hit quickly by Gabe Lillard. Good tackle. He was over there along with Blake Swain. And, again, nothing fancy there as Lunsford just came right across the middle, basically where the linebackers normally play, and just a quick pitch for about 3 yards. Third down now. Yellow Jackets need about 6, almost 7 yards. Third down. Can the Maroon Devils make a stand here for 2 plays and get this football back? Again, four-man front for the Maroon Devils. Here comes Swain on the blitz from the right side. Pass is going to be complete, but again, a good open field tackle. Another late penalty flag coming in. Outstanding work over there over the middle after the pass complete to Avery Leatherwood. Looks like the preliminary signal is going to be a holding call against Hayesville. The head referee asking Coach Sherman Holt whether he wants to accept it or decline it. That would bring up fourth down. It is a holding call against Hayesville. So that's going to move the ball back. The penalty will be accepted. And that's going to move the Yellow Jackets way back downfield, up near the 45-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 44, finally. And still going to bring up third down at about 20. Yellow Jackets. 2 plays. They're not afraid to throw it. So far here tonight, they're 5 for 5 passing, 58 yards. So Logan Caldwell, the good game manager, has been on target every time he's gone to the air. Third down and long. They've got to go all the way to the 22 for a first down. Here he goes. Caldwell rolling to his right. Firing in traffic. Is going to be caught down at the 34-yard line. And the pass is going to be caught down there by number 10, Avery Leatherwood. Down there, Grady Lewis, among others, to help out on the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th down, and now 12 or 13 yards to go with 6:20 to play before halftime. Again, Caldwell coming in with the play from the sideline. Still 15 on the play clock. This time, Hayesville, twins on the left side. Haven't seen that much tonight. Of course, they've got 4th down and 12. You got to think they're going to throw the ball down the field, and now there's going to be a timeout. I think Hayesville wanted to be sure that they had the right idea, as they do use a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Stay with us here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Hayesville after the timeout. 4th down and long. Here comes pressure. Caldwell getting away from pressure. Now throws for the end zone. Got a man. He's open, and it's a touchdown. Getting behind the secondary again. Hayesville. This one complete to Tate Roberts. A well-thrown ball. Roberts got behind the secondary. So for the second time here in the first half, the Maroon Devils secondary has allowed a guy to slip behind them for a big touchdown pass. We saw that on the first drive on a shorter pass, but the receiver again circled in out of the backfield behind the secondary. This time it was a longer pass and well thrown, but Tate Roberts there, the 6'1 junior, coming down with a big TD pass, and now it's a 12-0 Hayesville lead, as looks like they may be going for 2. First extra point was a little bit wide left. This time Hayesville. Twins on the right side. In the backfield is going to be Michael Mauney, the new face in the backfield, right beside Logan Caldwell, the quarterback. And now Hayesville may, we're going to have, looks like a delay of game penalty against Hayesville. That's going to make this 2-point conversion a whole lot tougher. Of course, we said that on 4th down and long for the Yellow Jackets, but they come up with a big score in the back of the end zone. And now they're going to try to kick this extra point, which would actually be like a 25-yard field goal. So coming on to kick is going to be Isaac Chandler again on the season. 19 of 24 on his extra points, but only 1 of 3 on field goal attempts. And this is more like a field goal, but he boots it up, and it looks good from here. And it is going to be good for 1. 5:52 to play. Hayesville on top, 13-0 over our Maroon Devils on homecoming night. We'll be right back after this timeout. Welcome back. Hayesville kicking off again. We've seen a couple of different looks on their kickoff. We'll see what happens here. They actually had a successful onside kick to open the game. Then they kicked the last one out of bounds. This one is going toward the sideline as well. And this one is going to be picked up. And, wow, our return man lost his footing at the 25-yard line. Down there was Austin Jenkins, but just slipped on that grass. And I'll say this, a big hats off to everybody involved in putting down the new track around the Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boy Steets football field. The new track is kind of a maroon color, if you will, got a little bit of a tint of maroon, but it's got a nice spongy cushion, and it's a welcome addition to the track here at Swain County Memorial Stadium. So, again, a big hats off there. Maroon Devils trying to run the ball. Here comes Gabe pitching out to the right side. Glaspie in trouble. Cuts back inside. Might have got a yard before he's brought down over there by Avery Leatherwood. Avery, one of their leading tacklers, the senior, is also their leading receiver. 20 catches on the year for 3 touchdowns. As you know, his dad, Frank, played up at Appalachian State. Outstanding college player and also an outstanding high school player as well over at Pisgah High School. Back in the day, 2nd down and 9. Maroon Devils again trying to kickstart this offense, if you will, that has struggled at times this year. I formation. Gabe Lillard under center, turns, pitches. It's going to be Glaspie again to the left side, trying to get outside. A lot of traffic over there, though, so not a whole lot of room. And Hayesville able to string that play out all the way down the line of scrimmage and stop us for maybe a yard gain. And there's another penalty flag. And if my gut feeling is right, it's going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We've already seen one tonight, but the way that flag was thrown, somebody said something to one of the officials. Now, who's it going to be? It's going to be Hayesville this time. So, again, we saw that earlier against our Maroon Devils. Now we see it against Hayesville. It was after the play. You know it's one of those verbal things. One of the players said something, and unfortunately for him, one of the officials heard it. You can say all you want, but not when the officials can hear you. Got to be careful with that, guys. So both teams have felt that sting of that particular penalty. 1st down and 10, Maroon Devils at the 43. Trying to get on the board before halftime. Here comes a toss again out to Glaspie, trying to turn the corner again at the 50, at the 45, 40, 35, 30. Cuts it upfield. That's the speed and the quickness that Glaspie brings to this team. If he gets any daylight, he has that quick burst that it can turn a short gain into a long gain, as we just saw. Down to the 24-yard line, Maroon Devils 1st down and 10. Again, it was a good play fake by Gabe Lillard to Collins into the line, and then he pitched it out to Glaspie, trailing on the right side, and Josiah did the rest. Making a couple of guys miss and turn a 5-yard gain into about a 25 or 30-yard gain at the 25-yard line. Hayesville wanting another timeout. 4:11 to play here before halftime. Maroon Devils trying to get points on the board here. And again, would like to remind you about some activities coming up tomorrow, Saturday, October 15, the Smoky Mountain Conference Cross Country Championships at Katua Field. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Yeah, you better dress warmly. I think temperature is going to be down in the maybe upper 30s in the morning. And that's going to be tomorrow morning at Katua Field. A lot of you, like me, if you're older, you think of that of the old Governor's Island dairy farm, if you will, up there near Darnell Farms in the Governor's Island community. A beautiful piece of property and a great place to have the Smoky Mountain Conference Championships at Katua. Then in 2 weeks, it's going to be back at Katua, October 29 at Katua Field, and that's going to be one of the state playoff events. And then it all comes down to November 5th. The 1A State Cross Country Championships will be held down at Kernersville. And as you know, our Maroon Devils, both boys and girls, have had some real outstanding success. Maroon Devils with the football. It's going to be Gabe Lillard running it himself down to the 16-yard line, brought down by Kyle Lunsford. So many of these guys play both ways. We look in the secondary for Hayesville. We see the quarterback, Logan Caldwell. We see the running back, Kyle Lunsford, at a linebacker. We see Avery Leatherwood, a wide receiver, at a linebacker. So many of these guys play on both sides of the ball. 3:44 left to play. First quarter. Maroon Devils trying to get points on the board before halftime. Now at the 16-yard line. And a whistle. Got an offside. Looks like maybe against Hayesville is what they're signaling. Looks like it's an offside against the Yellow Jacket defense. And it is. So that'll be a 5-yard boost to the Maroon Devils and should bring up an automatic first down. Should be an automatic 1st and 10. 3:37 to go. Glad to have you along. Now, don't forget, this is our last home game. And again, I'm just being presumptuous here, but I don't think we're going to have any more home games. With the playoff scenario looking like it is right now, I don't foresee, not saying it couldn't happen, but odds are we won't have another home game this year. But hey, we still have a couple of games left. Here's Josh Collins on the left side. Busts inside the 5-yard line. Dragged down over there on the play by the Yellow Jackets. Dragging him down over there is going to be Lane Odell, one of their juniors. But it's going to be, should be down around the 5-yard line before he was kind of pulled backwards, if you will. 3 minutes to play before halftime. Line of scrimmage is going to be right on the 5-yard line. Second down. And we could actually get a first down inside the 1. Maroon Devil fans want to score. Both these teams are so hungry for a win. Both teams coming in with 3-game losing streaks. Both teams wanting a win badly. Gabe under centers. I formation. It's going to be Josiah. I think he's into the end zone, but was there a penalty flag thrown? There was something in the end zone. It is going to be a touchdown. I don't know if it was just a towel in the end zone or I don't see any penalty, so I think it was just some kind of a rag in the end zone, not a flag. So that's the good news for Maroon Devil fans. Josiah in the end zone. He's been the go-to guy here tonight. Now coming on for the PAT. Let's see if we can knock it in. Oliver Reyes coming in, our kicker. Sophomore, number 17. Holding is going to be the good hands man, Reese Winchester. High snap, he gets it down. The kick is up. And it's going to be good. So Reese Winchester again with the good hands, got that high snap, pulled it down. Oliver Reyes knocks it in, and it's a 13-7 Hayesville lead here with 2.5 minutes to play before halftime. We'll be back. Stay with us on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as the Yellow Jackets try to return the kickoff here to just about wind up halftime, 2:24 to play. By the way, one score to pass along. Robbinsville leads Murphy 8-7 in that ball game late in the second quarter. That, I think, is going to be a lot like this one, a very tight ball game. One thing about the Smoky Mountain Conference standings right now, it's basically the haves and the have-nots. Andrews, Robbinsville, and Murphy are all tied at 2-0 in conference play. They're all tied for first. The rest of us are tied for fourth, if you want to say this. Swain, Hayesville, Cherokee, all 0-2 in conference play. So, again, it's a very divisive line between the top and the bottom of the conference. Now as the Yellow Jackets stay on the ground, out across the 40-yard line. On first down, Maroon Devils say it's our ball. I'm not seeing any signal from the official, though, and apparently they disagree. It looks like it will remain in the hands of Hayesville. Maroon Devils said we got it. Officials didn't agree, and I don't think there's any appeal. Second down and 7 now. 2 minutes to play first half. And a lot of volleyball going on. I believe the JV volleyball tournament starts tomorrow. And then the varsity is coming up next week here at Swain County High School. So a lot of volleyball on the way. Always a lot of activity. Around the right side, Yellow Jackets on the ground, but not much. Outstanding play over there by the defense. Coming up, that looked like Ashton Ball over there on another big tackle. He's been busy tonight. A lot of guys over there on the tackle. And 58 and 57, Grady Lewis, Ashton Ball coming off. It's going to be a timeout with 1:31 to play. But again, hard to believe. After tonight, we only have 2 games left in the regular season. Both are going to be on the road. As you know, next week we're going to be at Murphy. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to be just a few miles up the road at Cherokee to wind up the regular season. And again, it's hard to speculate about the playoffs at this time, but as you know, the Smoky Mountain Conference has a pretty good track record of playoff activity. But right now, anyway, I think it's going to be tough for us to get a home game. Time will tell. Third down. After the timeout, 1:31 to play. Yellow Jackets are going to spread it out. 4 wide receivers. They haven't had this set all night. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in there beside the quarterback, Logan Caldwell. 4 wide receivers. Here comes pressure. Caldwell gets away. And he runs down the right sideline for a long way, all the way down to the Maroon Devil 38-yard line. We had a shot at him in the backfield and couldn't get him. Again, that was a big play by Logan Caldwell. They couldn't find anybody open. And again, we had a shot at him, but just couldn't bring him down to the backfield. Caldwell very elusive, as we saw on that play, turned a potential sack back inside Hayesville territory. And now it's Yellow Jacket first down at the Maroon Devil 38-yard line. 1:23 to play. First half, Hayesville right now with, I think, 1 timeout left. Maroon Devils with a couple, according to the scoreboard. They run the same set, 4 wide receivers on 1st and 10. Caldwell unhappy, and now the Yellow Jackets are going to have to burn their last timeout. I think he and the coach are unhappy with each other, as Caldwell was frustrated with what was being signaled in from the sideline and had to burn that timeout as he goes to the sideline. Now the question is, can the Maroon Devils keep Hayesville off the scoreboard again? Hayesville with a 13-7 lead. But a lot of activities going on, still a lot of soccer. For example, coming up Monday, if the schedule still holds, our soccer team is going to be Monday at Hayesville. Next Wednesday, soccer will be hosting Cherokee. And then Monday, if the schedule again has not changed, we'll wind up the regular season Monday, October 24th at Highlands. I know that's always a big match. So 3 soccer games left in the regular season. Kind of like our football. We've got a half tonight and then 2 more games to wind up the regular season. First down and 10, Hayesville back on the field, 1:23 to go. This time the Maroon Devils a 3-man front. Got Swain blitzing on the right side. They run to the other side, and then they run right back into Blake Swain. As Taylor McClure ran to the right, then he tried to come back left, and Blake Swain was there to shut the door. Second down and 9. Not much of a gain on first down. 1 minute and counting now. Hayesville out of timeouts. Caldwell back to throw. Has pressure again. Swain after him. Got a penalty flag. May have a hold. Caldwell is going to be dragged down at the 39-yard line over here by Josh Collins, but I think we're going to have this one come back. As normally when that flag is thrown in the backfield, it's going to be offensive holding. And there it is, the holding call against Hayesville. That's going to put them back in the hole for sure with 53 seconds to play. Now, if you're watching here on this Friday night on the Maroon Devils Network, we want you to stay tuned because Toby Burrell on the PA will have all the homecoming court presentation live that you can see with all the homecoming members and their escorts. So the homecoming court presented at halftime. Be sure and stick around. Again, Hayesville with no timeouts left. Now with a long way to go. Second down and about 25. We'll call it. Second and 25. The line of scrimmage at the 47. Now the referee not happy with something. He comes. Now he gets set up behind the offense. That's it. He wasn't ready. So now, clock starts to roll. Second and 25, Hayesville. Caldwell throws, got his man. That's going to be Leatherwood down at the 44-yard line. Again, Avery on the catch. Now Hayesville has to play hurry up. Clock running. They have no timeouts. Leatherwood stayed in bounds on the quick catch at the 44. Third down and 16. Got three wide receivers again out for Hayesville. Maroon Devils are going to be rushing 4. Here comes Swain on the right side. Caldwell steps up. He's going to have to run it. Can't find anybody open. Now at the last second throws on the sideline. And I believe it's going to be caught down there by Brian Davenport, I believe. It is going to be Davenport. It's going to be a first down, Hayesville. 16 seconds left. I'll tell you, Caldwell is a tough guy to contain. Now they're going to spike it, and that'll leave 15 seconds on the clock. So they have time for about 2 plays, maybe 3. But they're going to have to be throws, as you know, with no timeouts left at the 27-yard line. Hayesville is going to try to throw, like I say, probably 2, maybe 3. But so far tonight, Hayesville 9 of 10 passing 128 yards. 15 carries, 54 yards on the ground. All told, 25 plays, 182 yards here in halftime. Our Maroon Devils doing it on the ground, 15 carries, 96 yards. We've thrown a couple of passes. One of those intercepted. So our total offense, 17 plays, 96 yards. Here we go, back to live action, second down. Caldwell rolling, in trouble again, gets away again. Now he's trying to direct traffic. Now he's going to have to run to the sideline and get out of bounds with 6 seconds at the 25-yard line. So time for one more play. And after him big time over there was big L.D. Luquire, the big sophomore. He had him in his sights and able to chase him out of bounds. Looks like somebody might have lost the knee brace or something. There's a black object back at the 42-yard line right in the middle of the field. But now Hayesville is going to try a field goal. This is going to be a 37-yard effort from the left hash mark. And again, on the season, Isaac Chandler is 1 of 3 on field goals. Even though he hit his last PAT, which was about, I believe, 25 yards on their last extra point conversion after a penalty. Now the Maroon Devils have used a timeout. Of course, we had a couple. 5 seconds on the clock. Hayesville got out of bounds to stop it and set up this play. At last check, Robbinsville leads Murphy 8-7. That game late in the second quarter. Glad to have you along. Don't forget, stay tuned. All the homecoming festivities you can see and hear live on the Maroon Devils Network with PA man Toby Burrell. He'll be announcing all the homecoming court. And good luck to all those. All right, again at the 27-yard line. This will be a 37-yard attempt from the left hash. On the season, Chandler is 1 of 3 on field goals. Good snap, good hold. Kick has plenty of leg. Man, he booted this one half a mile. And it's going to be no good, though. It's wide right. And that's going to be the end of the first half. So it's been an entertaining first half of football. We've seen a lot of good stuff from both teams as our Maroon Devils and the Yellow Jackets head to the locker room. 13-7. Stay tuned after this timeout. We'll be back with all the homecoming activities with Toby Burrell on the PA and the homecoming court. Stay with us here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Kirsten is a freshman at Swain High School. She's the daughter of Wesley and Cicely Ash of Robinson Gap Community. Kirsten's community activities include hosting cheer camps and participating in awareness walks. She attends Impact Church. Kirsten is a Swain High varsity cheerleader. After high school, Kirsten plans to attend a 4-year university and pursue a career in nursing. Traveling is also in her plans. Kirsten is escorted tonight by her father, Wesley Ash. He resides in the Robinson Gap community of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kirsten Ash. Amber Hennett. Amber is a freshman at Swain High School. She is the daughter of Satin Tramper and John Taylor of the Birdtown community in Cherokee. Amber is also a Swain High varsity cheerleader. After Amber plans to go to a 4-year university and major in psychology. Amber is escorted by freshman Evan Hall. Evan is the son of Crystal and Jimbo Hall, and they reside in the Lueda community. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amber Hennett. Sophomore representatives, Ava Hoke. Ava is a sophomore at Swain High School. She's the daughter of Misty and Dan Skidmore, Mike and Diane Hoke, and reside in Whittier. Ava takes pride in being part of the Swain High Marching Band, enjoys volunteering her time working the concession stand to help the band boosters, and enjoys dance. She has been a part of the shooting team and enjoys hiking and spending time with her boyfriend, Max Wilmot, family, and friends. After high school, Ava plans to attend SCC and Western Carolina University to major in geographic photography. Ava is escorted by sophomore Max Wilmot. He is the son of Tabitha and Mark Wilmot and resides in the Bryson City area. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ava Hoke. Faith Woodard. Faith is a sophomore at Swain High School. She's the daughter of Brandon Woodard and Michelle Heron of Barkers Creek Community in Jackson County. Faith's school activities include volleyball, basketball, and softball. After high school, Faith wants to attend a 4-year university to become a physical therapist or an athletic trainer. Faith is escorted tonight by senior Ronnie Matthew Griggs. Ronnie is the son of Ronnie and Donna Griggs and resides in the Lueda community of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Faith Woodard. And now our junior representatives, Shania Bryant. Shania is a junior at Swain High School. She is the daughter of Carol Dollar and Jerry Jenkins of the Governor's Island community of Bryson City. Shania's community activities consist of working at a local business and volunteering at the Friends of the Mariana Black Library. Her school activities include membership in the National Honor Society, STEM, E-Club, Project Discovery, and FCCLA. After high school, Cheyenne plans to attend either NC State University or the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and obtain a degree in social work. Shania is escorted by junior Connor Lambert. Connor is the son of Jason and Lacey Lambert of Whittier. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shania Bryant. Savannah Cunningham. Savannah is a junior at Swain High School. She is the daughter of Sarah and Brett Bradley and Glenn and Bobby Cunningham of the Elah community in Bryson City. Savannah volunteers numerous hours assisting with road cleanups. Her school activities include varsity cheerleading and varsity wrestling. After high school, Savannah plans to attend the University of London and major in criminal psychology. Savannah is escorted tonight by junior Race Smith. He is the son of Travis Smith and Kelly Alonzo and resides in the Birdtown community of Cherokee. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Savannah Cunningham. Walea George. Walea is a junior at Swain High School. She is the daughter of Chadwick George and the granddaughter of Barbara Miller of the Birdtown community of Cherokee. After high school, Walea plans to attend SCC and pursue a degree in surgical technology. Walea is escorted by junior Finley Crisp. Finley is the son of John Crisp and resides in the Alarka community of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Walea George. And now for our senior representatives, Mary Cooper. Mary is a senior at Swain High. She's the daughter of Jill and Casey Cooper of the Birdtown community in Cherokee. Mary's community activities include dancing and teacher's assistant at Triple Threat Performing Arts Academy, volunteering in multiple community projects, and assisting with the Swain High Memorial Garden. Her school activities include National Honor Society, Project Discovery, and the dance choreographer for ensemble. Mary is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. After high school, Mary plans to attend a 4-year university and study performing arts. Mary is escorted tonight by senior Gavin Rowland. Gavin is the son of Rose Treadway and Richie Rowland and resides in the Deep Creek community of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mary Cooper. Isabella Garcia. Isabella is a senior at Swain High. She's the daughter of Lisa Young of Birdtown. Isabella is an honorary board member of Mavericks Solly Sunshine and is a member of Big Brother and Big Sister. Her school activities include student council vice president, cheer captain of the Swain High Varsity cheer team, vice president of International Thespian Society, membership in the National Honor Society, vocal ensemble, and the yearbook staff. Isabella is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. After high school, Isabella plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to pursue a degree in political science to become a civil rights attorney. Isabella is escorted by senior Austin Sansucci. Austin is the son of Tyler and Lisa Sansucci. He resides in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Isabella Garcia. Amaya Hicks. Amaya is a senior at Swain High. She is the daughter of Marcia and Michelle Hicks of the Painttown community in Cherokee. Amaya has been a member of the Cherokee Youth Council for 5 years and attends the Cherokee First Baptist Church. Her school activities include the National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, captain of cross country, indoor track, outdoor track, and varsity basketball. Amaya is a member of the 4-time cross country, indoor, and outdoor state championship teams, as well as the 2022 4x8 state championship relay team. Amaya is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. After high school, Amaya plans to further her running career in college and major in the health and medical field. Tonight, Amaya is escorted by Abhay Patel. Abhay is the son of Pinky and Rakesh Patel, and they reside in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amaya Hicks. Jade Radler. Jade is also a senior at Swain High. She's the daughter of Satin Tramper and John Taylor of the Birdtown community in Cherokee. Jade is employed at Brio, where she has worked for over a year. She is the member of the Swain High Concert Band, is the drum major in the Swain High Marching Band, and is a member of the Be Kind Club. Jade is also taking courses through dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. After high school, Jade plans to attend UNC Charlotte and pursue a degree in finance. She would like to pursue a career with a financial institution. Jade is escorted tonight by senior Josiah Ashley. Josiah is the son of Tanya Ashley, and he resides in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jade Rattler. Stenna Stargell. Stenna is a senior at Swain High School. She is the daughter of James and Lucretia Stargell of Bryson City. Stenna is in her 3rd year of employment at the chocolate shop. She volunteers at the Restoration House and is involved with the Swain High Memorial Garden. Stenna's school activities include treasurer of the National Honor Society, project discovery, and stage management team. Stenna is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. After high school, Stenna plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to study art education. Stenna is escorted tonight by senior Kanan Helpman. Kanan is the son of Jeff and Jody Helpman and resides in Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stenna Stargell. And now for our maid of honor for this year's homecoming court. It is junior Savannah Cunningham. Savannah is escorted by Ray Smith. All right, and now for the moment we've been waiting all week for. The 2022-23 Swain County High School Homecoming Queen, senior Amaya Hicks. Amaya is escorted by Abe Patel. Crowning Amaya is the 2021 Queen, Chloe Lambert. Ladies and gentlemen, your homecoming queen, senior Miss Amaya Hicks and her court. Couple of scores of interest for Smoky Mountain Conference fans. Andrews leads Cherokee 28-7. At Big Oak Stadium, Murphy is ahead.
Fans, welcome back just in time to get this second half underway. We hope you enjoyed the halftime, and congratulations to Amaya Hicks, the homecoming queen. And the maid of honor was Savannah Cunningham, as Hayesville will try to see what they can do with the football at the 35-yard line. And again, a surprising night of scores, as we mentioned. This one, I think, is surprising. Murphy leading Robbinsville 27-8 at halftime. And I know Robbinsville, of course, had an injury to their quarterback, and so that's a tough break to any team, especially, you know, in our Smoky Mountain Conference 1A division, where sometimes the depth is not what you want it to be. So here we go. Yellow Jackets with the football. High snap, pulling it down is Caldwell. He runs to the left side for a couple of yards, and he runs into some guys over there by the name of, looks like Dawson Fuller. Dawson's having a big year, of course. Now the defense looks to the sideline, trying to get the defense all set and ready to go. And by the way, I'm guessing that the Lucas Sutton is 50 tonight. Lucas Sutton is 50 tonight, as he was last week. Lucas, our second leading tackler, coming into this game with 41, right behind Josh Collins with 45. And there's, again, Nathan Bogdanovich on another tackle for the Maroon Devil defensive end. Third down and a couple coming up for Hayesville now. By the way, there is one correction on soccer. We have a rescheduled game with Blue Ridge coming up this coming week. So it's going to be 3 games next week for the Maroon Devil soccer team, with Blue Ridge on Thursday. So again, we've got at Hayesville Monday, hosting Cherokee Wednesday. Then we have Blue Ridge on Thursday. Here comes Hayesville, rumbling down the left side, down to the 41-yard line. A big carry by Taylor McClure. And Hayesville's coming out of the locker room with some fire in their eyes, as they're just running the football down the field successfully to the 41-yard line. So we appreciate Coach Scott Klein getting us updated on the soccer with that Blue Ridge game. That is going to be a busy week for the Maroon Devil soccer team, with 3 games coming up this week. So a lot of activities going on. I know, as we mentioned, volleyball, the JV tournament starting tomorrow, varsity tournament starting next week here at Swain High. High snap again, and handoff left again, and breaking tackles again. Taylor McClure again. Taylor McClure coming into this game with 415 yards on 85 carries, 5 touchdowns on the year. And Taylor also is the Yellow Jackets' leading tackler on defense. As you see, a good shot of the Maroon Devil sideline, and some of the coaches and some of the players in street clothes injured. Got our man Kent Maxey back down there on the sideline, wearing that pink shirt. He is looking spiffy on this Friday night for homecoming, as we raise awareness to cancer in the month of October. Here comes again Taylor McClure, diving, didn't get the first down. There's a late penalty flag coming in from the head referee way back in the backfield. That penalty flag is going to be personal foul, grabbing the face mask against the defense. That's going to be, that really gives Hayesville a huge break on this drive. Automatic first down inside the 20-yard line. That is massive going to spot the ball at the 18-yard line. So far tonight, Hayesville 31 plays, 219 yards offensively. Maroon Devils 17 plays, 96 yards. Hayesville, a very balanced attack so far, 128 yards passing, 91 rushing. Maroon Devils, everything on the ground. First down, Yellow Jackets at the 18. And they come running straight ahead, right up through the middle of the defense, all the way down to the 6-yard line again is Taylor McClure. That was nothing fancy at all, just ran it right up the A-gap between the center and the guard and just busted it up the middle for a first down and goal. Ball is going to be at the 7-yard line, 8:45 to play here in the third quarter. This is kind of how Hayesville started the game, just keeping it on the ground and a long time-consuming drive before taking the early lead, which they still hold at 13-7, and knocking on the door again. Got a unbalanced line coming right up the middle, right into the end zone again. Taylor McClure. Who else? He was the man on this drive. Taylor McClure is having a really strong night running the football here tonight for the Yellow Jackets. He was the go-to guy for the most part on that drive, giving Hayesville a 19-7 lead with 8:17 to play. Here in the third quarter, coming on to kick is going to be Isaac Chandler. Isaac is 20 of 24 on his PAT conversions this year. And holding is going to be the guy who ran the touchdown, Taylor McClure. And it's going to be up and good. So now 8:17 to play, third quarter. Hayesville comes out of the locker room and punches one up. And now the Maroon Devils have got to fight back in a big way, down 20-7. Stay with us. More coming up here on the Maroon Devils Network. Yellow Jackets ready to kick off to the Maroon Devils. And again, they've used a variety of kicking strategies here tonight. Let's see what they do. They're going to angle this one toward the sideline. Goes out of bounds again for the second time tonight. Well, I think it finally did go out of bounds, just barely, right there on the Yellow Jacket sideline over near the visitor concession stand. And again, that's as good news for the Maroon Devils, as now we will start at the 35, first down and 10. And we have got to answer, and I think we've got to answer quickly. Down 20-7, I know that's two scores, but hey, the Yellow Jackets just used almost 4 minutes on that opening drive here in the third quarter. Ball control, time-consuming offense, 33 plays, 237 yards on the night for the Jackets. Got a man in motion. This time it's going to be the quarterback running it, Gabe Lillard. It's going to be Stopford. No gain. Coming in on the stop for the Yellow Jackets is going to be Jeremy Graves, one of their seniors. 10 seniors on the Yellow Jacket team. Maroon Devils with 13 seniors on this year's edition. Second down, still about 9 to go. And again, on the night, Hayesville 33 plays, 237. Maroon Devils 18 plays, 97 yards on the night. Penalties, Hayesville stacking up some penalties, 7 penalties, 63 yards. So far, it hasn't hurt them a whole lot, as again, they have the lead 20-7. Got a man in motion for the Maroon Devils as the handoff goes to the right side for almost 4 out to the 40-yard line. They're going to say 3. It's going to be Josh Collins, who came into this game with 89 carries, 398 yards on the season, and there is a flag down. face mask now against the Yellow Jackets. It seems like just about every time there's a penalty call on one team, here comes another of the same variety for the other side. We had a Maroon Devil face mask on the preceding drive. Now Hayesville has one. But it's going to bring up a second down and 1 now instead of about second and 7 or 8. Second down and 1. Maroon Devils could be a free play on second down and short. Split backs behind Gabe Lillard, the quarterback under center. Got a receiver in motion to the right side. It's going to be Austin Jenkins. Here comes Gabe running to the left side. Hayesville meets him at the line of scrimmage. I think he got the first down at the 45, but they drag him backwards. And man, we're not getting a whole lot of offensive line surge right now. Hayesville has so far, for the most part, been controlling that line of scrimmage. And that is a big key, as you know, in any football game. First down and 10 at the 45. 6.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Fast-moving football game. We've had a lot of running, not a whole lot of passing. We've seen 12 passes total between the two teams tonight. Gabe going to run the quarterback option, but he's hit at the line of scrimmage again and driven backwards. Coming up to really hammer him on the play, again, is going to be Seth McCaslin. And again, your running back can only do so much. Your quarterback can only do so much. You've got to have some offensive line surge. Second down and 9. Hayesville right now using a nothing fancy, just a basic 4-man front, but they put 3 or 4 linebackers right behind that line of scrimmage. So basically an 8-man box. Here comes around the right side. Glassby running for a first down inside the 45-yard line of Hayesville. Josiah Glassby has been a weapon here tonight for the Maroon Devils. He has our only touchdown tonight. And he had that big run earlier of 33 yards. Now Josiah has 11 carries, 77 yards. And that was a big first down conversion there. 5.5 minutes to play, third quarter. As he went out of bounds, that stopped the clock. I formation, got a man in motion to the left side. And the handoff goes to the left side, right up that A-gap with Josh Collins for maybe 3. They're going to spot him at the 41, so that's going to be a 4-yard gain. Again, congratulations to the homecoming queen, senior Amaya Hicks, crowned at halftime, and the maid of honor was junior Savannah Cunningham. Congratulations, ladies, on those homecoming honors. Second down, Maroon Devils need almost 6, and we run right up the gut. And what a surge. Outstanding hole to run through, and what a good run by Kellen McCulloch. He hit that line at full speed and really made that first down happen, but he got just enough seam to run through. And again, that's coming from the up front guys. Checking back into the lineup now is going to be Dawson Fuller. Collins coming out. First down and 10, Maroon Devils at the 32 of Hayesville. Again, you got to feel like the Maroon Devils need some points out of this drive, down 20-7. As we mentioned earlier, Murphy all over Hayesville, 28-7. Our last score. Let me see if that has changed as we get some updated scores. Maroon Devils stay on the ground for about 3, down to the 29-yard line. It is 27-8, Murphy leading Robbinsville. As we mentioned, of course, we had that headbanger with Robbinsville earlier, but now their quarterback has been injured, I understand, and that's can be devastating. Second down, Maroon Devils need 6. I formation, first man through gets the handoff, but he is smacked hard after a yard or two. Those linebackers are really coming hard for Hayesville. Now coming in with a play is going to be Dawson Fuller from the sideline. Checking out is going to be Nathan Bogdanovich. As we got a chance to talk with him earlier in the season, he says, yeah, most people just call me Bojangles. Hey, great guy with a great sense of humor and a good athlete as well. I formation again. Got a receiver on each side, four-man front. Basically 7 guys in the box right here. Here comes Glaspie, lost the ball. Hayesville has it at the 13-yard line. That ball came out rolling down the turf, and the Yellow Jackets come up with it. Our second turnover of the night that could be devastating with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. So again, that's the second time tonight that our Maroon Devils have been down inside the 30-yard line and turned the ball over. And that is, again, that is just devastating to your offense. Moving the ball well, getting it done, moving it up the field, getting first downs, moving the sticks, and then bang, the ball comes out the wrong way. First down and 10, Yellow Jackets, as the quarterback is going to run and after him and get him in the backfield. There's some hustle play by Dawson Fuller. Dawson ran him down from behind and stopped the quarterback, Logan Caldwell, for a 1-yard gain. Second down and 9 on the way now with 2:45 to play in this third quarter. Our last game of the season at home. Again, we're just speculating right now, but it's unlikely that we would have a home game in the playoffs. Not impossible, but unlikely. Hayesville running hard. Wow, I tell you, this kid, Taylor McClure, a big 6'2", 210-pound junior. He's a hard physical runner. He doesn't try to run around you or juke you or give you any kind of funny moves. I'm not sure if he has any of those. But, boy, he is hard to bring down. First down now for the Yellow Jackets at the 26-yard line. And again, with these time-consuming drives, they're eating up the clock. And right now protecting that 20-7 lead. Hayesville now on an unbalanced line. Quarterback in the shotgun, hands off to McClure again, breaks a tackle, and carries out to the 29-yard line. Lucas Sutton over there also helping out on the tackle is going to be Dawson Fuller again. Line of scrimmage at the 29. Second down now for Hayesville. As we mentioned, Hayesville coming in, losing 3 in a row. Lost to Tuscola 42-14. Lost to Andrews 50-7. Put up a fight against Murphy last week, losing 21-14. Before that, they had won 4 straight against Towns County, Georgia, the Georgia Force, North Georgia, and Lookout, Tennessee. They were 4-0 before running into Tuscola, Andrews, and Murphy. Our Maroon Devils, of course, have lost 3 in a row to Dade County, Georgia, Robbinsville, and Andrews. Looks like it's going to be another first down on the ground for the Yellow Jackets at the 36-yard line. Now under a minute to play, third quarter. Again, when you run the ball like this, you move the sticks, and that clock just keeps running. And Hayesville tonight, 37 plays, 260 yards. It's hard to believe they're averaging about 7 yards per play. That is very efficient, obviously. First down. Unbalanced line again to the left side. And they run over here to the right side. Those guys, they had 2 guys, ball popped out, but I think they say it was on the ground already after the carry by Trey Graves, a freshman. But they're running a little different set now. They're putting 2. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We'll tell you more when we come back after this timeout. After 3, it's Hayesville leading 20-7 here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back here. 1 quarter left on Homecoming 2022 here at Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boys East Field here on the Maroon Devils Network. Want a big thanks going out to Joe Holt, Emma Dingle up on top of the press box in the chilly weather. We got people moving, and there's the flag. Kent Maxey down on the field. He is probably the warmest of those three people behind the cameras talking about Kent Maxey. He's down on the field, and he's pretty chilly too. So Kent probably pretty chilly too. Even though he can move around and he's not on top of this press box where if there's any wind, it really chills Joe Holt and Emma Dingle to the bone up there. With that top of the press box, not much in the way of any breeze coming through. Fortunately, not a stiff wind tonight. There's a little breeze now and then, but the temperatures are supposed to be, if you believe the forecasters, in the low 40s, potentially upper 30s tonight. Going to be a cool night, but hey, it's mid-October. Second down, Hayesville. As they continue on the ground, and there's McClure again. He's the big dog here tonight, or the big jacket, if you will. Looks like he might have got a cramp. They're going to try to stretch that out on him, and so a cramp working on the leg there. And normally cramps are not dangerous, but boy, do they hurt. As Taylor McClure, I'm sure, is going to be telling you right now as they're trying to stretch out his right leg and work out that cramp. And he's been a busy guy tonight. On the night so far, Taylor McClure, 15 carries, 76 yards, averaging 5 yards a pop with a touchdown, and had one run of 15 yards. He gets up, he's okay, but you can tell by the way he walks, and I'm not trying to be humorous at all, but you walk funny if you've got a cramp. It's just a fact. You get up and you walk it off, and you'll be okay in a couple of minutes, but boy, it hurts. And normally it's running backs seemingly that are the most likely to come up with those. And now he's over on the sideline. They're still trying to stretch it out, and I'm sure we'll see him again. Third down now. Yellow Jackets need 3. Just underway, fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets trying to keep this drive moving, eat up the clock, and protect their 20-7 lead. Here in Smoky Mountain Conference play, Caldwell got his man, slap pattern, first down. Hayesville at the Maroon Devil 45-yard line. Pass complete to their go-to guy, Avery Leatherwood. Their leading receiver, 20 catches, 271 yards coming into this game with 3 touchdowns, averaging about 13.5 yards a catch. Avery does a lot of things for this team. He's one of their leading tacklers, also punts for the Yellow Jackets. We haven't seen him do much of that here tonight. So, matter of fact, neither team has punted, which is really, really unusual. First down at the 45-yard line for Hayesville. And the handoff goes to the freshman again, Trey Graves. So Maroon Devils have not punted. We've turned it over twice. Hayesville has not punted, but they've been able to score for the most part when they've had the football. So neither team has had to punt here in this game tonight. But you can tell by the stats almost as much as the scoreboard. Hayesville in the lead, 271 yards. Our Maroon Devils about half that at 141. And a penalty flag down as Caldwell saw it coming, and a false start on the offense. But again, Logan Caldwell has been very effective tonight, the senior quarterback for the Yellow Jackets. He's also their free safety and has he had 1 interception earlier. Maroon Devils got inside the 30 twice. We had 1 interception and 1 fumble. So 2 potential scores that potentially, and again, that's all speculation, of course, and potential doesn't mean a whole lot sometimes, but potentially would put the Maroon Devils in the lead. On the ground again, Yellow Jackets running into a lot of maroon jerseys. Leading the charge down there again is Nathan Bogdanovich. It's going to bring up third down for the Yellow Jackets after the penalties. It's now third down and 16 with 9.5 minutes to go. Here on homecoming night, again, congratulations, senior Amaya Hicks, homecoming queen, and your maid of honor, junior Savannah Cunningham. Way to go, ladies. Third down. Maroon Devils bringing 4 on defense. Here comes Collins, and he's got the quarterback in his grasp, but he gets away and throws it away to the sideline. Josh had him, and again, this guy, Logan Caldwell, is just hard to get a good grasp on. He spun out of that and threw it away. Incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down, but it's better than losing about 7 yards on a sack if you're a quarterback. And for the first time tonight, we were just talking about it. We've had no punts. Well, we're going to have one now. Coming on is going to be Avery Leatherwood, and there's going to be a penalty against Hayesville for intentional grounding. As that pass from Logan Caldwell, he threw it over into the Hayesville bench. So, wow, that's going to back it up all the way to the 33-yard line of Hayesville. And now coming on is going to be Avery Leatherwood, their punter, who averages 36 yards per punt. He has had one long this year of 57. High snap, pulls it down. Going to be angling out of bounds. No return. Maroon Devils will get it back with 9:08. And it's now or never. You've got to believe for the offense. Maroon Devils in a must-score situation to stay alive in this ball game. As you can see, offensive coordinator Austin Cook giving the instructions to tonight's quarterback Gabe Lillard as he comes on the field. And there's still time, 9:08 to play, but got to have a touchdown. Not field goal is going to be, I wouldn't say useless, but almost useless when you're down 20-7 with 9 minutes to play, because Hayesville has shown the ability to keep the ball a long time. Pass complete over on the right side. Got his man busting out of a tackle down the sideline, running hard with the ball is going to be Keontae Graham. Sophomore wide receiver busted a tackle and picked up some more yards after the catch. Good work over there. At the 43-yard line, Maroon Devils now move the sticks. 9 minutes to play. Keontae got out of bounds, stopping the clock. Now the I formation again with the quarterback Gabe under center. Got a man in motion. That's going to be Graham going to the left side. Here comes Gabe running. Quarterback keeper got some room. 35 out to the 30. Down to the 26-yard line is Gabe for another Maroon Devil first down. One of our better runs of the night here for Gabe Lillard. Before that play, had 4 carries for only 11 yards. But that was a very nice first down. For the Maroon Devils tonight, Josiah Glaspie, 11 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Collins, 5 carries, 15 yards. McCulloch, 2 carries, 26 yards. One of those a big 17-yard burst. But all that effort by Gabe is going to be for naught as it comes back after the penalty. So, wow, nice run by Gabe for a first down, but it's wiped out with that penalty. 8:40 now left to play. Maroon Devils with a first down. We need 15. And we need it quickly, if you know what I mean. Gabe back to throw. Fires down the middle, too tall. Try to get Bogdanovich down there at the 30-yard line. And double coverage, basically, they're playing his own defense back there. Almost 3 guys in the vicinity, but just too tall. Stops the clock, 8:26 to play now, and we have a second down and 15 on the way. An update on the score. Murphy now leads 34-8 with 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. So Murphy on the way to a very important win in conference play against Robbinsville. Robbinsville without their quarterback, injured. Here comes Josiah Glaspie running to the left side to the 42-yard line. Got out 6 yards. It's going to bring up third down and 9. So if that score holds, Murphy is going to improve to 3-0. Robbinsville would drop to 2-1. 8 minutes to play here. If this score were to hold, Hayesville would improve to 1-2. Our Maroon Devils would drop to 0-3. Again, that's just saying if here with still time to play. Maroon Devils 3rd down. Obviously going to go for it on 4th down if we don't get it here. Gabe back to throw, straight drop. Here comes pressure. He's in trouble. Penalty flag down. He throws it away. And it's going to be an incomplete pass, but there's probably a holding call upon the line of scrimmage from where the flag was thrown. And we may see an intentional grounding. We may see these two penalties cancel each other out. And that would be my early guess on that. Probably a holding, an intentional grounding, so nullifying penalties, but let's see. Maroon Devils are walking backwards, and there will be some yards marked off. Holding against the Maroon Devils, declined. Intentional grounding accepted. Wow, so Maroon Devils on the bad end of that penalty situation both ways. Man, now it's going to bring up 4th down and a mile. I mean, we got to go almost to Nolan's Creek to get a first down here. We're at the 35-yard line. We've got to go to the Hayesville 33. 17 and 15, that's what, 32 yards? 31, 32 yards for a first down. 4th down and long. Don't want to give it back to Hayesville here. So now the Maroon Devils will line up with the intentions to punt. Will we punt? Yes, we are going to punt it away. End over end punt. Going to be heading down inside the 35 to the 33 where the Yellow Jackets will get it back. 7:26 to play here tonight. Hayesville in control. And now Murphy leads Robbinsville 41-8. Murphy's Cole Laney fired a 26-yard touchdown pass to Cameron Grooms. Will Joyner for the extra point. Murphy 41, Robbinsville 8, 9 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. That game is as good as over as you can tell, but again, a bad luck night for Robbinsville, losing their quarterback earlier from what we understood to an injury. We hope he gets back. We don't like to see these kids hurt. It's part of the game, but man, it's just no fun. Check that. Hayesville coming out running the football. Trying to control the clock, of course. Not much there on first down. And back in after that cramp is Taylor McClure. He was cramped up earlier on the last series, had to leave the game, but he's back in, no gain, 2nd down and 10. But McClure has had a very impressive night. 16 carries, 76 yards, a touchdown, averaging almost 5 yards per carry. Kyle Lunsford, 6 carries, 29 yards. The Maroon Devils led by Josiah Glaspie, 13 carries, 94 yards. One of those a 33-yard gallop. Now they use the unbalanced line to the right side. And they run just right at the A-gap on the left side between the guard and the center. Out to the 36-yard line. Again, it's going to be Taylor McClure. And what they're doing, basically, Hayesville stacking 2 blockers behind the guard and the center on either side of the line. It's just an unbalanced line, if you will, but they're using 2 extra blockers. And what's interesting, it seems like when they do that, they run to the other side, away from the unbalanced power side, if you will. 3rd down now, Jackets at the 36, needing 6. Different set here. Caldwell fires, got his man, and he is going to be stopped short of the first down, I believe. Outstanding open field tackle by Keontae Graham by the Maroon Devils secondary. Also over there is Dawson Fuller. Pass was complete to Avery Leatherwood, the big tight end, but he's just going to bring up a 4th and 2. Ball spotted at the 40, and we're going to have a timeout by the Maroon Devil defense. As Sherman Holt calls time to talk it over, we'll take a timeout as well. Stay with us on the Maroon Devils Network. Back live on the Maroon Devils Network here on Homecoming 2022, our final home game. Maroon Devils come out four-man front on defense as Avery Leatherwood boots one a mile. This one takes us all the way back to the 19-yard line. Josh Collins trying to return, can't get much of in the way of help down there and carries it back 1 yard to the 20-yard line, but a booming punt by Avery Leatherwood. He kicked that one a mile with plenty of hang time. So now the Maroon Devils with 5:29 to play, still alive at the 21. But boy, it's going to take something fast and furious here to pull this one out of the fire. Split backs behind. Gabe Lillard under center again. Three wide receivers in the split back set. Wants to throw. Left side, too low. In the dirt to Keontae Graham. One thing about the Yellow Jacket offense, it has been balanced tonight. It's so close, it's scary. Hayesville, 33 carries, 137 yards on the ground, 11 of 12 passing, 144 yards passing. Scary balance. Maroon Devils, it's been all on the ground, 146 on the ground, 12 yards passing on 1 of 5. Gabe back to throw, got his man, this time the tight end at the 26-yard line. Big 81, Nathan Bogdanovich with the completion. Not enough for the first down. 3rd down and 5 coming up now. 5:15 and counting. 3 wide for the Maroon Devils. Split back set behind Gabe under center. And we flip it out here, and it's going to be on the sideline. Forced out of bounds over here is going to be Keontae Graham. Just a quick hitter, and is it enough? No, it's not. It's going to be short. The spot is going to be at the 34. We had to get to the 36. We still need 2. 4:59 now with the clock stopped going out of bounds. Don't forget, next Friday we're going to be on the road at Murphy. Now, whether or not that's going to be live, that still might be up in the air. Then in 2 weeks, we're going to be on the road at Cherokee in the final regular season game. More sports here in just a moment. Hayesville now bringing the blitz right up the middle. And Gabe throwing behind his intended receiver just a little bit. Can't make connections with Austin Jenkins. But again, a busy week coming up for the Maroon Devils in soccer. 4 games next week. No, check that. 3 games next week. Monday at Hayesville. Wednesday hosting Cherokee. And then Thursday we have a soccer match with Blue Ridge. That's a makeup game. That is going to be on Thursday. So again, that's a makeup game is going to be Thursday at 6 o'clock. It's going to be breast cancer awareness game. And so it's going to be a busy, busy week for soccer. Monday at Hayesville, Wednesday hosting Cherokee, Thursday hosting Blue Ridge at 6 o'clock, breast cancer awareness game. And we've had pink T-shirts here in the press box tonight to bring that same awareness. And Hayesville stays on the ground. They run Kyle Ledsford out to the right side. And then the regular season finale for soccer is going to be coming up Monday, October 24th at Highlands. I know that's a very important game. And by the way, the Maroon Devil soccer team still number 1 in the conference with both Highlands and Blue Ridge right behind us. So those are 2 big games. And Coach Scott Klein will tell you we really need to win out to win the conference. Again, that big game with Blue Ridge on Thursday, then at Highlands on Monday, October 24th. Not to mention games at Hayesville and then hosting Cherokee. So 4 big games coming up for the regular season to try to stay number 1. Hayesville almost a first down at the 20-yard line. And as we mentioned, coming up tomorrow, cross country is going to be running tomorrow morning early. I know Coach Neil Blankenship, Casey Crow, and all the staff are going to be up at Katua Field tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That will be the Smoky Mountain Conference Cross Country Championships. Then in 2 weeks, October 29, another cross country event is going to be at Katua at 9 a.m. I think that's kind of a regional event. Then October 5th, the 1A Cross Country Championships at Kernersville. And our Maroon Devil runners have been very successful. Hayesville successful again with another first down to move the sticks with 3:20 to play. So that kind of brings you up to date on some activities, some big soccer games coming up. Cross country tomorrow, JV volleyball tomorrow, varsity volleyball coming up next week at Swain High. That's right. Swain High hosting the varsity volleyball tournament championships. So many things to keep a lot of people busy. I think some of those people are going to be named Toby Burrell and Joe Holt. Going to be busy the next several days. And again, thanks to Joe and Emma Dingle up on top of the press box here tonight. Ball on the ground on first down. Kent Maxey down on the field. Good to have him back. He's been on the road a whole lot lately, as you see that great camera shot from down at field level for Kent Maxey in that pink T-shirt. There is going to be a timeout by the Maroon Devils with 2:31 to play. And once again, just a big shout out and congratulations to homecoming queen, senior Amaya Hicks, and the maid of honor, junior Savannah Cunningham. So special night for those two young ladies and their escorts, and one they'll never forget. That's just something you will remember the rest of your life. I know when I think about this on homecoming, our old broadcasting partner, Steve Moon, will never forget the night his daughter was crowned the homecoming queen. And Steve was just so proud, as any father would be. And you could just see it in his face. He had that special night here. And we always remember some of our great friends who have gone on. Steve Moon, Steve Claxton. Some of these people that obviously we miss in so many ways. Second down now, 11 to go. Hayesville controlling the final couple of minutes here. Another penalty flag flying out. And this one is going to be on the Maroon Devils. This penalty flag is offside on the defense. It's been a frustrating night tonight. Again, 20-7, Hayesville has been playing solid football. Maroon Devils had 2 big turnovers inside the 30-yard line, an interception, a fumble. And obviously, if those had brought up points, this would be a much different score. But you can't play that F game. They're either good or they're not. Around the left side, it's going to be again their go-to guy, Taylor McClure, has had a really solid night. That's going to put him over 90 yards on the ground tonight. Josiah Glaspie's had a great night for the Maroon Devils. 13 carries, 94 yards, a touchdown. One of those 33 yards. And that's going to put Taylor McClure almost to 100. 20 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. And the running game has been impressive. 38 carries, 154 yards for Hayesville, 11 of 12. This quarterback, Logan Caldwell, has been so effective. 11 of 12, 144 yards. And he hands on. No, he fakes the handoff and he runs it. He spins and he's down inside the 1-yard line. Talking about the quarterback, Logan Caldwell. Caldwell on the carry. Now with 1:39 to play at Hayesville, 1 yard away from putting another one on the board here. Caldwell goes to the sideline. Clock is running. Clock is running, 14 seconds on the play clock, but they're going to let the clock run and then call a timeout, I'm sure, as quarterback Logan Caldwell is over to talking to head coach Chad McClure. And they do use that timeout now with 1:07 to play. And so after tonight, the Smoky Mountain Conference standings will see Murphy and Andrews still on top, undefeated. Robbinsville, with their first loss tonight, will drop to third place. Hayesville, with their first win, will move up to fourth place. Our Maroon Devils and Cherokee still winless here in the Smoky Mountain Conference standings. Hayesville will break their three-game losing streak with the win here tonight. Our Maroon Devils, unfortunately, will see our losing streak extend to 4 games. It's been a tough road. And then we go to Murphy next week and then finish the year at Cherokee on the road. 1:07 to play. And Hayesville, I'm sure, will try to punch this in. 1 yard away, second down. And they hand it off, and there it is. Running it in is going to be Kyle Lunsford. So Kyle Lunsford, who has been busy tonight, 9 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown. 1:02 to go. Hayesville with a 26-7 lead, and again, how much difference a year makes. This game was totally different last year at Hayesville. It is interesting, again, how things evolve and how the way the Smoky Mountain Conference, which is always so competitive. Now for the point after. It's going to be up, and knocking it through is going to be Isaac Chandler. So Hayesville now will kick it back to the Maroon Devils to put this one to bed on homecoming 2022. And congratulations to our friends at Hayesville, and good luck to these guys the rest of the way. Our good friend Frank Leatherwood is up on top of the press box with always a good friend for so many years. He and his dad, Walt Leatherwood, and, of course, Frank's son over there, Avery, a key member of this Yellow Jacket team, and just made good friends for so many years, and we wish them good luck the rest of the season. They've got a couple of games left as well. But Frank, of course, played at Appalachian State, played at Pisgah High School when we got to know he and his family over there, and their family is just top-notch. Some of the best folks that you'll ever get to know, and when you make those kind of friendships, they don't go away. Here comes the kickoff as Isaac Chandler will boot this one deep. And this is kind of a surprise. All night long, Hayesville has tried an onside kick, which they got on the first series and then scored later on in that drive. They've kicked a squib kick. They've kicked a couple out of bounds. And now Isaac Chandler just boots one in the end zone. So that was kind of a surprise, I got to tell you. I think he just showed everybody in the stadium, hey, look, I can kick it deep, and he sure did. 1:02 to go here tonight in this Smoky Mountain Conference matchup between our Maroon Devils and, again, the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Again, big soccer next week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next week, 3 games. That big one, the makeup with Blue Ridge on Thursday. Gabe Lillard back to throw. Throws it down there, and it's going to be broken up at the last second by Michael Mauney, sophomore strong safety for the Yellow Jackets. Boy, that was a beautiful pass, but Mauney just made a good play on it. Boy, Gabe's got a pretty good arm. He threw a perfect spiral down there. That was a pretty pass. It just didn't connect. And again, good luck to Coach Scott Klein and the Maroon Devil soccer team with 4 games left in their regular season. right now. Number one in the conference with Highlands and Blue Ridge right behind. Gabe back to throw again. Similar pass. He overthrows everybody, and this one is going to be intercepted. And I believe this is the same kid that was on the last play. It is. That's going to be Michael Mauney, the guy who broke up the last pass. That pass just, well, I tell you, Gabe throws a good-looking ball. That one just too much on it. Overthrew everybody, and beautiful ball. Again, a perfect spiral for about 40 yards, but that one's going to be in Hayesville's pocket, and they're going to run a couple of plays and put this one to bed and drive back home to Clay County with a win. 27-7 is going to be your final, and I basically expect victory formation from head coach Chad McClure and his Yellow Jackets, and I believe that's what we're going to see is to end this game as they touch a knee, and now we do it one more time, and this game is going to be over. Again, thanks to Joe Holt, Emma Dingle, Kent Maxey back down on the field with the sideline camera. And we'll see if we get to broadcast live or not next Friday at Murphy. That's always a battle. And Murphy coming up with an easy, very impressive win over Robbinsville tonight. So that's where we'll be next Friday, either live or on delayed action next Friday. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to wind up the regular season on the road at Cherokee. And again, congratulations to our homecoming court, all those that participated, all the folks who were here as part of Parent Night, all the parents and their kids who were involved in that, and congratulations on that. And again, our homecoming queen, Amaya Hicks, maid of honor, Savannah Cunningham. So for all of us here on the Maroon Devils Network, our final again, 27-7, Hayesville on top. So long and have a great weekend, everybody.